But just in sort of the terms of, we've got Pop Blossom, we've got Rek'Sai going in, we've got Xin going in, you know, we've got a lot of knock-up, sort of, I won't call it full-on juggle potential, but a lot of really solid stuff like that. Should not expect too much. I've got to imagine that we're already on our toes, but it looks like Kurako already trying to go in, looking to close the distance, trying to find something. We're going to get a little bit of harassment, a little bit of damage with this turnaround immediately. Is the tether going to pop down? Kurako in a bit of trouble, already getting close to going down, looking for the first kill, looking for the first blood, and we might just have it. We do not escape to safety as MF picks up a clean kill for herself, starting off game number 1 with a bang.
Over, that's not 1xn, that is missing. Changed into the Yanara, 1 grub already secured, and looks like LNG happy to, as of right now, at least take that, but to see LNG walking in.
Not a super great spot for up. It looks like we need to get a little bit more animation. Oh, Kiana going to take a whole bunch of damage and immediately go down, removing their advantage that they had before, giving themselves a little bit of gold in their pocket, tying our score up 1-1. But most importantly, the Void Grubs, the objectives are going to go to LNG. That's going to be a powerful tool they can continue using, and denying that from the Scion is going to be super important for those macro plays. Karma here for the vision, so I think that's going to be the plan as we go in.
Oh, big Pop Blossom.
Going to lock down as the dramatic pause kicks in almost immediately. Unfortunately, a little bit hard to cast what's going on here. Hopefully, I didn't also lose connection. That would probably be the better of the options of this one. Gebetto, can you still hear me? In sort of a neutral position can be something you can play into, because like it can be very great if you have this gold in bot lane, but not so much if it does not go anywhere. Ooh, bullet time going to get activated, almost taking down the Nico. That's going to be a flash, no longer in the wheelhouse, so that's going to be flash and heal automatically down for that Nico, and capitalizing on it immediately as Kiana goes in, mops up a kill. Rek'Sai here looking for their pound of flesh. Tether coming out. Victor, there might be an angle there. Is a potential spot here in order to lock down Yanara. Yanara going down about half HP, but nothing really to write home about. Our score once again tied up 2-2 as Zen looking for him a little bit of revenge, but it looks like he's only going to find heat instead. Going to get locked into the wall by Kiana and going down to less than half HP. Going to fall to pieces. Another kill falling to up. This is a little devastating for the other end. It looks like we did pick up a kill in the top lane as well.
LNG, there's a lot of talent on this roster, especially like missing from the hold on. Nice ult there from Kiana. We'll get a nice punish on the base there. Bit of disrespect from Croco. But yeah, LNG's got, one of the biggest reasons that I have concerns for this player is the fact that you touched on a hold on.
Starting a fight. Bullet time going to get activated. MF getting so close to going down, but almost doesn't count in this case as we actually pick a kill. Kiana there on the immediate response. I've got to say this reaction time by up and these plays on Kiana are absolutely phenomenal. We're 4-1 on one of the scariest junglers in the game. Looking for a fight here. This could be pretty awkward. However, if anyone can pull it on, there's going to be Kiana. Looks like we're going to go Scion in, looking for the damage, trying to buy a little time. Drake's at about half HP, dashing over the wall. We're a little disjointed when it comes to Ultra Prime. So unfortunately, it looks like we're going to give up that objective. Use the kills to segue into getting your hands on some of these objectives, because the objectives win you the game. Ooh, Rek'Sai going in as Karma gets immediately melted and taken down. The tip of the spear for LNG, especially if they're looking for some sort of recovery. Shelly, it looks like we're going to start a fight over it, sitting about almost about 1,000 HP. Going to get taken down. Pop Blossom in. Unfortunately, not able to hit really too much as Kiana buys him time. Bullet time going to get activated. Looks like we're going to try to look for the damage. Rek'Sai once again trying to lock them down. But can they kill this MF? It looks like no, we're not. We're just barely going to keep ourselves alive as the redemption comes down in the background, and up absolutely wrecking the competition. Kid still go either way as Croco in a little bit of danger, activating the Crescent Guard, gonna fall to pieces. Dead Scion going in looking for the damage, but Yanara is still hard to walk into, but up comes out smelling like roses. Sorry about that. Was testing to see if my color was back as we roll into that, but what a great performance by up. That was just from front to back. That was super great. I was a little bit worried. We're supposed to lose this matchup in Rek'Sai, and the fact that he's finally turned it around says a lot for the player's skill.
Sion's also just one of those champions that, like, you can say that about a lot of matchups. Oh yeah, Sion's supposed to lose this matchup, but he's so strong right now. In my
just pop out of that at least, except for the fact that Sion is down, an important tool to play with. Still looking for an angle to try to lock in this Drake. The positioning has switched a little bit better in Up's favor. Ultra Prime still looking for this fight if they can, but they need to be very, very cautious for it. This is a good opportunity for LNG to try to turn around. Drake is going to go down. We're going to try to start a fight over here. It looks like Kiana's going to run directly into a bit of trouble, going to run into the wreck side, but their team is there immediately once again to respond. This response time has been absolutely phenomenal. We got the objective. It may not be the worst thing to fight in this, but the big thing is you're playing into Kiana. Shockwave going to get activated into the bullet time, looking for the damage. LNG absolutely disjointed as another kill goes down. Pop Blossom on 3 could turn things around, but I'm not sure we have the wallet diff now trying to go in. LNG falling to pieces, having a really hard time of it. Absolutely getting taken down after kill falls to Ultra Prime. Croco on the run, trying to get away from this Kiana, and he's the only one.
Back chair for a long period of time, waiting for that pause to like fix, waiting for the games to connect, and missing caught.
Starting a fight once again, and Yanara immediately gets nuked. We try to take down a little bit more for a couple of kills. Looks like it was missing to die instead. Bullet time gets activated, but immediately stopped as the Carson card goes in. LNG finally seeing an opportunity, at least getting something, doing a 1-for-1 trade factor. We've seen already the amount of damage and sort of insanity Victor can do, especially when it comes to these neutral objectives, but the same thing could be said for Orianna. Orianna likes to play in these neutral objectives.
Whoa, Croco.
As he steps
That's
just
Baron.
a little bit too close to the sun and gets taken down. And just like Gebetto's saying, this could easily turn into a Baron turn. I don't think you want to dig this hole deeper.
Well, it's the sole point, actually, for LNG. So, like you said, they are getting something on the other side of the map. This is an important part of the game. Soul point is important. Ocean Soul is pretty decent this game. You've got these tanks that like to fight, right? The Scion 5. This is absolutely not the outcome I was expecting from this team. They're playing really well together, and a lot of these players, Korak, are pretty new to the LPL and pretty new to this roster. I mean, I think both, like the full top side, stabilizing out this siege, as Ultra Prime haven't really broken open any of these towers just yet. Still got another minute of Baron, so not a whole lot of time. Shockwave is big!
Ooh, Saber looking for the damage. Unfortunately, the bullet time not able to, are pushing out the other side, and we turn that into a nice little, we still have a little Baron buff, so in order to get this other T2 would be super, super nice. That does free up and give them a lot of much needed pressure for this upcoming objective, Gebetto.
Yeah, Baron's worn off now, so last remaining tier 2, last remaining inner turret. Let's see, can Ultra Prime get in here? They've got Shockwave back up. Oh, there it is, it missed. Big miss.
Little unfortunate. We take another T2 in mid lane, so pop off, and we're gonna have a harder time sieging. Starting to fight though inside the jungle as Kiana finds Zen, and this should be an easy kill. Yes, indeed.
Now against the Kiana matchup, as Ultra Prime looking at the bot lane.
Sheer in what is potentially a bit of trouble here, but if I think everyone can get out of it, it is going to be the Rek'Sai. It'll remain to be seen going forward as the most important event. But honestly, like, if you're up, you're going to be happy with this game overall. For that vision time, going for that red buff that I was talking about, so denying that from the other side is going to be super great. Right on top of the back of Baron. Sion just refusing to take any damage whatsoever. Croco, in a bit of trouble going down about half HP. Sion going to pick up a stun, but really just does not care whatsoever.
Wow.
Finally, Kiana gonna find their angle going in, gonna take them down. Bullet time gonna get activated. Carson gonna do the exact same thing. Zen in trouble, looking for an angle, looking for a lifeline, but is only gonna find death for his trouble. Sure, he's got a guardian angel, but it doesn't matter because Up is here to kill them and their angel.
I think that Ultra Prime might be looking for an end here. Liang Chen TPs to the mid lane to stop the wave getting cleared out. Ultra Prime barreling in on the top lane. Don't know if they can end. It's a bit close here. 30 seconds on the respawn. Do they have enough damage?
Inhib down, looking for a kill here on the fountains. That time will be important. Pop Blossom able to buy a little time as Kiana goes in looking for a kill on the Yanara. Yanara able to return at least some of the heat missing, gonna fall to pieces. One turret gonna fall down, leaving one remaining. That
they're gonna try.
Still coming online. They're gonna look for an angle, hopefully think better of it and back off.
Dire position, but now Ultra Prime back in a very commanding spot. Exactly how we saw them before. Flash in.
Ooh, we're going to activate the Crescent Guard. We're going to flash over the wall. Kroko in a bit of trouble. Going to run directly into Kiana. Once again, going to take them down. Up still. Just absolutely dominating the competition. Shockwave to lock him down, but that's really just to add insult to injury. That was dead either way. Only 3 members here on the defense. Victor going to get chopped down. Sion does not care about these towers as he manages to just tank shot after shot, looking for an angle, looking for a way to end. Yanara going in, getting really close to taking down the Kiana, but it's just not going to be enough. There's only a couple here on the defense, only 1 remaining turret, and this appears to be the end. One final ditch effort as the Pop Blossom comes in, but we immediately get knocked out in game number 1 is going to fall to Up. Game number 1 is going to fall to the underdogs, Gebetto.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.